Welcome back to the channel. We're continuing with a little more maintenance on the Kubotas. Both are due for front axle fluid changes. The BX is actually due in about 15-20 hours, but since I'm doing the L, I'm going to do them both. I've got the front of both tractors lifted up. I use the floor jack obviously for the BX, and then I just use the loader for the L. The drain plugs on the BX are on the front side of the axle, right here. And on the L, they're on the back side of the axle. So, right there. One on each side, obviously. It would probably be a little less messy if I pulled the tires off, but we're gonna go with it as is. So I'm gonna go ahead and get one side of each draining. Then we'll probably tilt the axle over, try to get the most out of the axle tube, and then we'll get the other side draining. Then I'm gonna set them down on the ground and get smaller drain containers and just set them down on the ground and let them sit and drip for a while. Try to get the majority of the fluid out. So we'll get started. For your BX here, the drain plugs are 14 millimeter. I forget, I'd have to look in the book to see what the spec is for the change interval. I think it's around 400 hours, but I don't know whether that's overkill or not. I mean, the fluid, I don't know if you, how well you can see it, the fluid coming out of there looks really good. I mean, I've changed these before. I changed them by the spec in the book, but it's just regular, whatever, 80 or 90 weight gear oil is all I put back in. Like I said, it looks really good. I guess for all the more that goes in here, I just go ahead and change it, even if it is overkill, just because there's no filter or magnet or anything on these. So any metal, sediment, or debris is just gonna collect here in the bottom of these housings, right where the lower bearing is. So I think it's important to change it. Just seems like with maybe a magnetic drain plug, you could possibly extend that service life a little bit, but whatever. Let's get the other tractor draining. So I believe this tractor is also 14 millimeter, and it is. I didn't mention on the other one, on the BX, but when you take this plug out, make sure there's a small washer. Make sure you get that with it. This one doesn't drain quite as nicely. I might put that drain plug back in and get something to help direct that fluid over into the bucket better. All right, we got a chunk of plastic here. Just gonna kind of jam it inside the wheel and use it to direct that fluid into the bucket. Should've just got this from the beginning. All right, you can see on here, there you go, a little better. You can see it's a little brass crush washer. Just make sure you get that off of the housing, doesn't fall in your bucket. This fluid doesn't look quite as clean. It's a little bit browner. Again, I got to look at the intervals. When I'm editing this video, I'll look at the intervals and see how long I've had it in there and what fluid I use, but from what I remember, it's just like a straight gear oil. This tractor obviously has a loader on it. And does a lot heavier work than the BX, so I guess it would stand to reason that oil is going to be a little dirtier. I rarely use four-wheel drive in the BX just because without the loader, I mean, the BX's main workload is mowing grass and shuttles a lot of firewood in the winter, but not a lot of four-wheel drive work. Whereas I would say the majority of the time I'm using this tractor with the loader, it is in 4-wheel drive. When I'm doing hay with this, cutting really any part of hay, I generally have it in 4-wheel drive just because of the hills. It would do probably most or all of it in 2-wheel drive, but going up and coming down some of the hills, depending on what I have behind it, I don't want to slide to the bottom of the hill if I'm in 2-wheel drive. So this one spends a lot of time in 4-wheel drive. All right, this side of the BX is getting close to being done draining. As you can see, this coffee can was empty when I started. It's getting close to full now. I'll put up on the screen again while I'm editing. I'll look up what the fill specs are on these. I don't remember off the top of my head. I want to say the BX, I can't remember it all. I want to say the L5240 is 9 to 10 quarts to fill the whole front axle. The BX is getting close to being done draining. I dumped this out, and as you can see, it's got about a third more in it, and it is I don't know what size this is. It's not quite a 3-pound coffee can, so I don't know if that's maybe 2 quarts. I don't know if this, again, I'll look and see for sure what the specs say, but I'd say that axle holds 4 to 5 quarts maybe. I don't know. We'll check it out. So in the BX, I've put about 2.5 quarts in, and I'm a touch over full. I don't know if you'll be able to see this on the dipstick or not. I'm a 1/4 inch maybe above the full line, but we're gonna go drive it around a little bit now, make sure that oil's in both ends of the axle, because what I found is these have to be topped off multiple times till they're actually good. So I'm gonna have my daughter go drive us around for a little bit and get that oil moved around. All right, it has been about a month. I'd have to look exactly, but approximately a month. I've put, I don't know how many hours on both tractors here. The BX, I'm sure 10 to 15 hours, and the L, probably 4 or 5, not as many, just because right now we didn't have as much to do with it. But I've been checking the axle oil, excuse me, the axle oil level pretty much every time after I use them. And I've had to top them off, well, basically every time. And I'll fill them each till where they're up past full, above the dipstick, probably by 1/8 inch or maybe a little more on the BX. It has a dipstick on it. And then on the L, it has the fill, I got the tire turn, you can't quite see it, but it has the fill hole. So I'll fill it till oil is running out of there at a pretty quick rate, and then I'll put that plug back in. And sure enough, like next time I use it, I check it and they're both low. I'd refill them. So I don't know exactly what the inside of these axles look like. I would have thought, or I did think that, you know, if you had your fluid level up here, that it would spill the oil down inside these pedestals or whatever you want to call them. But apparently it does not. So as you use the machines after you drain your oil out, definitely don't check it once, top it off multiple times. Like I said, I think it took at least 4 times, of checking it and adding oil till it has stayed now and hasn't changed. So I hope that was helpful for someone. I know the first time I changed the oil in them, I filled them with what I thought was enough, and it's been a while, so I don't remember exactly, and I checked them a little while later and they were low, so that kind of surprised me. But I didn't expect to have to change them check it that often and adjust it that much, but at least on my 2 machines, that's what you got to do. So like I said, I hope this was helpful for someone. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like, the subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next video.